This is an official public safety announcement issued in coordination with the Department of Homeland Security and Regional Emergency Response Centers. The following message is not a test. All citizens within affected areas must listen carefully and comply fully with the instructions provided. Over the past 4 nights, beginning at precisely 2 a.m. and ending at 2:03 a.m., a series of incidents have been reported involving unexplained knocks at residential doorways. These knocks occur in groups of 3, no more, no less, and are characterized by a slow, deliberate rhythm. Victims report that the knocks are not loud or forceful, but soft, as though whoever, or whatever, is knocking does not want to wake the whole house, only the one who is listening. Authorities have confirmed that these events are occurring across multiple states, and that the pattern is disturbingly consistent. The knocks always begin at exactly 2 a.m. and stop at 2:03 a.m., never before, never after. No footsteps are heard approaching. No cameras have captured any movement. No one is ever seen walking up to the door. Initial victims believed it was a prank. Some opened their doors to find nothing, just an empty porch, a quiet night, and a lingering sense of being watched. Others reported finding muddy footprints on the welcome mat, even when there was no rain. A small number of people described hearing breathing, low and labored, just beyond the doorframe. In one case, a man claimed he saw a pale hand resting on the glass pane of his front door, fingers too long, skin wrinkled like soaked paper. When he called the police, the dispatcher informed him that someone had already called 911 from his address 10 minutes earlier, reporting screams. He lived alone. When police arrived, they found his house empty, lights still on, phone off the hook. He has not been seen since. Surveillance from that night cut out at 1:59 a.m. and resumed at 2:04. All 6 minutes were lost. The footage from that time, from multiple homes, is always corrupted. Static. Black screen. Audio recordings from those moments are no better. Soft scratching sounds, followed by the sound of a heartbeat, then silence. Experts have ruled out meteorological causes. There are no signs of forced entry, and no digital manipulation has been detected on the corrupted files. Despite this, residents who received the knocks have experienced recurring symptoms in the nights that follow. Nosebleeds, memory lapses, compulsive behaviors, and a recurring phrase written on walls, mirrors, and even carved into wooden furniture, "You answered." In some cases, neighbors have reported strange behavior from those who answered the door. Smiling too much, standing at windows for hours, not blinking, speaking in slow, echoing voices like their mouths were struggling to remember how language works. One woman described her husband staring at the microwave for 12 hours straight, eyes wide, whispering, "Not my door," over and over again. The phenomenon appears to be spreading. We are now receiving reports from areas previously unaffected. Patterns indicate the anomaly moves eastward, from county to county, street to street, block by block. Victims have no previous connection to one another. The only shared factor is this: they were all awake between 2 o'clock and 2:03 a.m. They all heard the knock, and they all failed to follow the warning. The department urges all citizens to remain asleep or in bed between 1:55 and 2:10 a.m., with doors locked, curtains drawn, and lights off. Do not, under any circumstance, respond to knocking sounds during this window. Do not check the peephole. Do not look through the blinds. Do not whisper, speak, or approach the door. The entity or force responsible for these events appears to require acknowledgement. We are currently operating under the assumption that opening the door acts as a form of invitation, and that once invited, the entity may return indefinitely and with increasing intimacy. Some recipients of multiple visits report waking up with the door open, no memory of rising from bed, and unfamiliar objects left inside the house. Wilted flowers, a photograph of themselves sleeping, or a pair of muddy shoes that do not belong to anyone in the residence. If you hear knocking during the affected time frame, cover your ears and recite the following phrase until the knocking stops. "You are not real. I'm not home. This is not the door you are looking for." While this is not a proven deterrent, it has shown some success in anecdotal cases where individuals remained unharmed. If the knocks continue past 2:03 a.m., leave the house immediately and contact authorities using the emergency phrase, Code Gray. A response team will be dispatched. Do not attempt to return to the residence until cleared by officials. Do not assume you are safe just because no one else hears it. The knock is for you alone. It is not a prank. It is not a dream. It is not someone lost asking for help. It will knock 3 times and it will wait. It will wait for you to move. It will wait for you to care. And the moment you do, the moment your foot touches the floor or your voice responds with a whisper or your eyes peek behind the curtain, it knows and it smiles.